Okay, Capricorn. Um, this is an interesting month for you. So the first half of the month, we have the Three of Cups, and we also have the Six of Swords in reverse. So it looks like we're celebrating something. This is a very like maiden mother crone kind of energy, like being connected with the cycles of life, connected with your intuition. We have the moon here. Balanced emotions, cheerful emotions. We're celebrating something. We're just like, we just really want to party right now. We just want to let loose and have a lot of fun and celebrate whatever it is you need to celebrate. I do know that the Eagles just won the Super Bowl, so maybe that's what you're celebrating, or you're celebrating other things. So just very connected with your emotions, like, understanding how you feel and you're able to express it, feeling connected with others. Just a very party mode, celebrating, letting loose. Almost a sense of freedom in a way, through connecting with others. And then here, it's kind of interesting. So when it's upright, it's almost like, what the heck is the name of it? I can't think of it. I don't know if you guys watch Game of Thrones, but like basically like Podrick's position to, I can't remember her name. The really tall blonde girl that's a knight. I can't remember what her name is, of course. But Podrick is, her like assistant basically on her quest. Almost like going through a rite of passage so that you can become a knight, or something of that nature. So, you're in training, you're learning things, you're going through this transition, this rite of passage, all that fun stuff. And obviously, like, the more advanced people are going to make you do more work, just to kind of have you teach and just to see if you're ready. You know what I mean? So that's why this person is carrying all their swords, So then when it's in reverse, it's like, I'm not ready for this rite of passage. I'm not ready to transition into something new. I'm not ready to move on. It's almost like I'm carrying baggage instead of like working with others and helping them in their quest. You know what I mean? So and like, instead of carrying their things as a way of transition and rite of passage for you, it's more of like, this is a burden, this is a pain in the ass, like, I'm carrying baggage from my past, or I'm not ready to move on to the next phase of my life. And maybe that's why you're partying, as a way of not, giving yourself permission to move forward with some area of your life. You're not ready for a certain transition coming along. So you're kind of like, I'm just going to distract myself with partying and stuff like that. So that's like the first half of the month. And then the second half of the month, we have the Fool, which is good, because it looks like you're finally like, yeah, all right, like, I partied out all the stuff that I was holding on to, and now I'm like, all right, let's bring it on. Let's bring on this new transition, this new adventure. I'm ready. She like has complete trust in the universe. She's trusting in that broom, in her magic within her, to help her take flight, instead of falling. She's just completely confident as she's about to take that step off that cliff. Then we have the Six of Wands in reverse. So when it's upright, it's like being recognized for all of my achievements. I've come a long way. It's like she was on some quest and she came back to the town, and the town is celebrating her and welcoming her back. And she's giving gratitude to her town for, having faith in her. If you want to go back to the Eagles, it's like one of the football players coming back to town, and all of the town is coming out to celebrate their return, and they're giving their gratitude to all their fans, if you want to think of it that way. But this would be like obviously pertaining to you in some way or another, gaining recognition for all of your hard work, showing your gratitude to the people who helped you get there, and all that fun stuff. So there's kind of like this balance of receiving and giving. You know what I mean? So like you're receiving recognition and you're giving your gratitude for it. When it's in reverse, it's almost like a little bit of selfishness in a way. Like, why am I not being recognized for all the hard work that I'm doing? Not seeing all the people who are helping you to get you to where you need to be. Almost kind of thinking that you're doing everything by yourself when really you're not. There are other people that are part of your life who help you in one way or another to get you where you want to go, whether it's, a shoulder to cry on, or if it's like a husband or a wife, they're working their schedule to work with your schedule. Maybe if you have kids, they're like making sure that they're home to watch the kids while you're out, achieving your goals, things like that. And a friend who's willing to listen to you and give you support. There's always somebody around that is helping you, whether you believe it or not. And also on the other side, your guides, your loved ones who have passed on, your spiritual team, your angels, all that fun stuff. So just making sure that you are aware that you never really are doing anything on your own completely. All of your achievements were not made just solely by yourself. Like, yeah, you put all the work into it, but there were other people behind the scenes that were helping you get there. You know what I mean? So this is kind of saying, like, I'm not paying attention to anyone else that's helping me. I'm feeling selfish. I'm feeling, ungrateful. Kind of like bratty a little bit. Maybe like kind of having a little tantrum. Like, why isn't anyone like showing me the respect or like acknowledging all this hard work that I'm doing? But we have the Fool energy also in the first half of the month, so it's kind of like you're still in the beginning of this new phase. So like maybe you are starting to see some of the results of your hard work, but not completely. So give yourself a break, give other people a break for not seeing it right away. You know what I mean? Other people are always wrapped up in their own stuff anyway. So how about you just give yourself your own personal recognition? Write in a journal to yourself and like write how proud you are of yourself for everything that you've achieved so far. And that should be enough. Like knowing that you've got your own back. You know what I mean? Again, you're still in the beginning of this new chapter that is coming into your life. So like, don't be frustrated that no one is seeing all the hard work that you're doing already. There's still so many more opportunities and achievements to come for you. So it's like, just because they didn't see this little one doesn't mean they're not going to see other ones. Just making sure that you are seeing it for yourself, and that should be enough. it's kind of interesting because it's like I have this joy and this love for life, and I'm ready to take on anything. But then, like, I've got this weird baggage where I have to be recognized for all the hard work that I'm putting in. Like, I'm celebrating myself, but other people aren't celebrating me, so I've got a grudge about it. Or I've got like a chip on my shoulder about not feeling like I'm being recognized enough. You know what I mean? And that's childish. Like, let's get out of that energy and get back into, just stay in this where, like, you're celebrating yourself, you're celebrating your friends around you, you're ready to take on new adventures, and we're excited, we're ready for all this. You know, letting this go. Because all it's doing is just holding you back from creating more achievements for yourself in the future. You know what I mean? So, and then we have attraction from the Romance Angels Oracle card deck. It says, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, which totally ties in with this. So it's like, how about you just enjoy where you are right now for yourself, stop and smell the roses, be in the present moment, and just, you know, maybe you feel like you haven't achieved everything that you've wanted to achieve just yet, but, you know, just enjoy what you've worked on so far and know that there's still so much more on its way. And just, you know, knowing that everything that you've done so far is enough. But if you want more, know it's coming. Because you guys are always working your asses off. It's almost kind of like you may have your head down most of the time, you know, working really hard and not really seeing how far you've come, you know? So just stop, smell the roses, and just enjoy where you are right now, being present. And if you're having issues with a romantic partner, a significant other, or friendship or relationship, you know, it's probably because you're focusing on what they're not doing rather than what they are doing. You know, maybe you feel like they're not acknowledging everything that you're doing for this relationship, and kind of like keeping a tally of like all the hard work you've put in the past and being like, how come you haven't seen this? Like, I've been doing so much for us, I've been doing so much for you, like, what about me? You know, that's not going to get you anywhere at all. Letting go of the past, being present right now, that's going to connect you more than anything else. And just appreciating where you are in this moment, you know, and not keeping a tally, not expecting them to meet, you know, unrealistic expectations. You know, maybe they don't even know what the rules are in your mind to your relationship. So, something else to consider. How about celebrating your relationship rather than holding a grudge about the relationship? So then I have this painting that I did. I'm trying to bring the creativity into what I'm doing now. And I meditated on you, Capricorn, and this is what I came up with. There's kind of a glare, so I'm just going to kind of tilt it and stuff. So, very red and white and a couple of touches of brown. It reminds me of flowers, which is interesting, roses, which is very funny because you got this card, stop and smell the roses kind of energy. She's like literally smelling roses. So I was seeing a lot of red and I was seeing like a little bit of brown, kind of like muddied up energy. Is like this muddied up energy is stopping you from seeing the beauty of everything else that's around you. Maybe like you're focusing on these areas rather than everything as a whole. Do you know what I mean? So keeping that in mind, making sure you're stepping back and seeing the forest for the trees, and knowing that everything is fine. You know, you don't need to be stressing out so much about these certain areas. just knowing that everything's going to be okay. You guys are always, you guys will always be okay. You guys have like a ridiculous safety net for yourselves, and have like probably planned out your future all the way until your death. So I don't know why you guys are stressing out about like a couple little things that have happened in the recent past or happening now. It's like this, in the grand scheme of things, these things don't matter. So just like let it go and celebrate your life and enjoy where you are in the moment, and the love will flow from there. Okay? And red is also the root chakra, which is tied to family issues, things with family, finances, the foundation of life. You know what I mean? Traditions, family stuff, personal relationships, financial stuff, what keeps you stable in life, what keeps you rooted and grounded, putting your roots down. So I have a feeling that these things are going to be coming up as well this month. You know, maybe deep-rooted issues in the family sector, and probably more so in relationships, just because it's February and Valentine's Day, and you know, all that stuff comes up during this time, anything regarding love. So make sure that you're staying grounded this month and staying realistic about your expectations of love for yourself and with others.